Hey everyone. Hi, it's Lisa Clayton and Indigo Mystic of lisaaclayton.com, founder and leader of the Inner Leader Movement, angel intuitive, and oh my gosh, spiritual leader of the new evolution of Earth. That's what I was being told this weekend, that I have to keep focused and keep on track. And this is Indigo Mystic of Indigo Mystics Bungalow here in Half Moon Bay, California. Indigo is very intuitive and loves to do the Monday mantras with us today, or with us each week. Indigo came into my life on December 10th, 2013. And as immediately when she came into my life, I realized that she was an intuitive also, because there was orbs all around her. She sensed angels. She knows in the readings when to give indications and signals. So we are partners in the Monday mantras. And for those of you that are new or are going to be watching this for the first time, Monday mantras have been downloaded to me for the past probably 5 or 6 years now with the what I call my team divine, the team that I work with in light, which is always the angelic realm, ascended masters, my spirit team, my ancestors, and they come through with these beautiful messages to help us navigate through our earth walk for the week ahead. And that's why they're called Monday mantras. So as we tune into these Monday mantras and we get the vibration and the frequency of the words, the messages, the guidance, it uplifts and increases the frequency and vibration of our heart so that we can feel more compassion, more love, feel that essence of our light flowing through us. And so they're pretty powerful. These aren't anything, this isn't anything that I make up. I go into total transmission with my team. And so they usually come in 3 lines. And I'm excited to share with you this for this Monday, June 22nd, 2020, our Monday mantra. Indigo, you like this one, huh? Because it's all fiery. To share your genuine story. Your authenticity heals and seals. Truth is the now power. Wow. Let's just take that in for a moment. So let's just take a couple of deep breaths into the heart area. And feel that authenticity, feel that beautiful heart of yours. Not only physically, that it keeps you alive, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, bringing you so much love, so much light, and getting you connected into the authenticity of who you are. So this is a pretty significant time. As we know, with everything breaking apart, we have a few pandemics going on here in the United States where we live. We have the pandemic of the coronavirus. We have a political pandemic going on, and we have a racial pandemic going on. So we are at pandemic levels here where there is a tendency to start following and seeing and taking in information that may not be true. It may not be the truth. And so if you recall, the Monday mantra a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was last week, was about staying true to yourself and staying in your truth, that the only leader that you can trust at this time in all of this change and rise of pandemics is your inner leader. And I love that they came through with, now it's time to share your genuine story. So it's time to come forth with who you are. I know that the part of my story that I have been sharing with my friends, as I am still in reflection of how I can be of greater service during this time, especially with the root of racial injustice that exist not only in this country, but throughout the world. And so I'm still reflecting and still getting guidance on how to be of greatest service during this time. And during this reflection time, parts of my story came through for healing and sealing. I like that second line. Your authenticity heals and seals. So I came to a beautiful revelation about growing up in a racist community, a racist family from generations passed down. Okay, so that we were taught to fear skin of black or of another color, and that it was dangerous, and that they were threats, and to be very, very careful. And in fact, my father said to me when I went away to college, I don't care who you bring home, but don't bring home a black man or a Catholic. So there was built-in prejudices that got passed down from generations and got told or taught to other generations. And they were only what was known. There was an ignorance of the expansion of realizing that what was written in the history books was not authentic. Okay, what was being taught in the schools was not authentic. It wasn't aligned with the real truth of what was real, what really happened, and the heart of the matter. So as you bring forth your genuine story, so this genuine story is about all the pieces of your past that make up the story of where you are now. And here is the great message, that the vibration and frequency of the Monday mantra today is about the more that we can share our stories, the more that our authenticity comes forth. It took a lot for me to say, I grew up in a racist family. It took me a lot to say that. I don't want that to be true. But guess what? It was true. And that is what I'm clearing and healing and sealing in the story of where I am now, and how I can do better, and how we can do better as a collective, as communities, in our schools, in our governments. Oh my gosh. And truth. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about that. Truth is the now power. Wow, that's pretty, that really resonated with me, because if I don't speak my truth, if I hold back and I don't speak my what is in alignment with my heart and in alignment with my soul, then I am not being of the greatest service here, while I have this beautiful gift of life to contribute to. So let's just talk a little bit about the stories that we've been told or taught ourselves. So I was told or taught that I was not to be inclusive of people with skin of color. Okay, I was told or taught that I should be threatened by this. So you carry these stories with you. Now, my spirit, as you all know that have worked with me and have followed me, know that it's very, very strong. And immediately I made a plan to move on. I made a plan to, my goal as a little girl was to go out and see the world, and to live with Black people, and to live with people with skin of different color, to live in poverty, to live with different cultures, so I could understand that what I was feeling was true. And what I was feeling was that we are all one, and we're all connected, and we all came from the same creator of origin. We all came from the source. We all came from the God energy. And so the God creator. And so we all came from that. So how could we be so different? So we came in different cultures and races and different forms of human vehicle bodies, but what's inside of us was the same. So that was my journey. I was on that for a long time. However, I wanted to share some things with you about how stories, how we buy into the stories and we start to believe in them. So, how you become, why you become the person you become. I had a really strong spirit and a very highly developed intuition. Very young. I started talking to angels when I was 6 years old. I started talking to my grandfather who passed when he was 36 years old, I believe. My father was only 4 years old when my grandfather left. I started talking to him when I was a teenager. And so I had this really highly sense of intuitive um, ability, but I also carried along with me some stories. Okay, so most people live in a world created by the story and aren't even aware that it's not their story. And when you keep repeating that story to yourself year after year, it's easy to believe that the story is true. It's easy to slide into the mental habits that support the story. So in time, you start to accept the story is true when it isn't. So the story that you start believing about yourself creates its own set of habits. And if those habits aren't changed, then they create beliefs, attitudes, and behavior that affect all aspects of your life. So the story gives you instant gratification. So the mind thinks that you're satisfied with the story. Therefore, the mind resists changing the story because it perceives that if you change the story, then you're going to be unsatisfied. When in fact, my other notes, the story prevents you from feeling the things that you need. This is what your soul source, beautiful light inside needs. It needs to feel secure, satisfied, and connected. So this is from the teachings of Dr. Carol Reitberger. I have incorporated them into the inner leader movement as a way that I transformed through her teachings. And so we are so connected and we so resonate with certain teachers and leaders that help us unlock those misconceptions and the stories that we create. Because the story that we create keeps us in the survival loop and it keeps you thinking about scarcity, not enough. So we either have there's many stories, but the four main stories that we tell ourselves is that I'm not good enough, I'm not loved enough, I'm not strong enough, and I'm not smart enough. And so when you think about it, which one of those four stories were you told that got told to you about you? And it could have started very young when you failed at something, or you weren't good at something, or you weren't good at math, or maybe you couldn't sit still in your seat at school, so you weren't good enough. Okay, maybe and if you couldn't figure out math, you weren't smart enough. Those stories start very young, and we carry that with us for a very long time until we break free from those stories that are not true and come forth with our own genuine story and our own authenticity. I love that. So those were the big, huge transformation that I received when I was working with Dr. Carol Reitberger on the story, and then it just keeps coming up. My guides and my team divine just keep saying, keep teaching this, Lisa, keep bringing forth, asking people what is their story. So today in our group, our inner leader, transcending your inner leader group mentoring, we have a group that comes together every Monday morning at 11 o'clock. And it was fascinating that, again, the theme was rewriting your story. Rewriting your story and rewiring your experience. We are at the most pivotal, unprecedented time on the history of Earth, and we have the opportunity now to rewrite our story, rewire our experience so that we can bring forth this amazing authenticity, beauty, love, light of what is inside of us. That's always been inside of us. It's never been outside of us. It's never been what we have to keep searching for and grasping onto, or believing that if we are, if we do X, Y, Z, then we'll be complete. That isn't how this life experience is working here. So it is about moving into the transcendence energy that transcends. Your soul transcends. It starts with the heart. So always getting connected with your heart, feeling and healing what needs to be healed in your heart. If you don't feel you were loved enough, if you didn't feel that people felt that you were good enough, if you didn't feel that you were smart enough, healing that, because you are smart enough, you are good enough, you are loved. You are the creator of origin. No matter which choice you made, what mistake, which is just you can take it over, you can do it over, that happened in your life, you were still loved. There is no judgment of creator of origin, of source, of God. No judgment. Not what we were told in religion. We are not punished by God. We are loved by the source, creator, origin, God, energy of love and light. And so your story leads to your authenticity. So it helps remove the layers that you got programmed with, and sharing your story. This is so important. Sharing your story is the most transformational gift for yourself, and it leads to transcendence. Your truth is what heals. Yeah, your truth is what heals, huh, Indigo? My arm was falling asleep. My intuitive guide, she was having my arm fall asleep. How's your pulse today? Huh? I think they're pretty awesome. So when you stand in your authentic truth, you give others the permission to do so and the opportunity for them to bring forth their authenticity. Look what's happening. Look at all these stories that are coming out from, first of all, the pandemic. All the stories of not being treated humanely by the companies that you work that you were working for, that people were working for, and now with this, with George's death and murder coming out, is that there is many other examples of this happening for years and years and years, and so the truth is coming forward. The truth, the authenticity, these stories are coming out. And the more that we share our stories, the more others are going to feel the power within them to say the truth. This is an amazing time. So you give, by sharing your story, you give others the opportunity to do the same with theirs. This has power. This keeps us from trying to save the situation, going into overcare, going into manipulation, and going into control the outcome. When we come forth with our authenticity and we face our past and our present, wherever we are right now, it comes with honesty, things that are true. So things that are true that you don't want to be true. Like I said before, I didn't want it to be true that I lived in a racist community and family, but it was true. The self-awareness, willingness to look at protecting the pain from the truth. So we cover up our pain. We may have some addictions to alcohol or drugs or shopping or procrastination or any of those things that keep us from feeling the pain, keeping us from the truth of who we are. And the ego, the mind, will say, don't go there. Don't open that closet, because that's the control the ego and the mind has. Because the truth will always align you with your heart. It will heal, it will seal, and it will bring forth the real power within you, which is the truth. So I love this. This came through in our Transcending Your Inner Leader group mentoring session today, is when we come into working with I love this, and this is what the guide said when I was getting downloads for our session today. He said, the goal is not joy and bliss in transcendence. In transcendence, the layers that come to us are craving authenticity. So we rewrite our stories, and we offer another framework for alignment. You are the author. You get to write the story you want to write now. You get to rewire your circuitry so that your authentic self speaks. What is it in your heart that you feel? What is it in your soul that has not been revealed that can be of service of this time? What do you, and then here was the exercise that we did today, and it goes right along with the Monday mantra, is that your authenticity heals and seals. What we did today in alignment with the Monday mantra in our class today was to have what we wrote down everything that we did not want others to know about us. Wow, how powerful is that? Because then that brings forth what we have put blame, shame, guilt, or judgment on about ourselves. Oh my gosh. And I had a whole list when this first came through. I had a whole list of things that I wasn't comfortable with sharing with other people. And as they came forth, I was able to put my hand over my heart and say, it's okay. Even in those things that I don't want to share, I was still loved. And that's the power of transcendence. It's okay now. And to send love to all those past experiences. They're done. They serve as wisdom nuggets. They serve as learning experiences, but they're done. We have the power of the moment of now to recreate our story and to rewire our circuitry for a different experience. I don't want to live in a world where there are children in my neighborhood that are going hungry. I don't want to live in a world where there is a homeless person sitting outside the grocery store begging for food or money. I don't want that world. I want a different world. And I'm responsible. My authentic self is responsible for help creating that new world emerging through all these pandemics that are happening in our lives right now. So I love this part. You're a lot stronger. You're a lot more powerful than what you have been told or taught, or what those old stories keep creating habits to make you believe. And I love this download that came through. It's fall in love with the boulders, the strength, the pillars of who you are. Dance on the boulder. Sing on the boulder. Every element of your pain, of your mistakes, of the choices that were not in alignment with your soul's light or your heart's love is part of your strength and courage. So most of the pain we feel makes us vulnerable, yet as we feel those vulnerable moments, the strength and courage is rising. And transcendence is happening all around us every single day. Getting connected with nature, we can feel that powerful energy of transcendence that nature is going through. We just went through summer solstice, solar eclipse, and the new moon energy. We have a beautiful time now to reset, to reclaim that authenticity of who we are, to put our intentions out there for the world that we want to live in. And know that we have that power and that magic to make it happen. It only takes one ripple in the pond to get to the shore and to make a difference. So share your genuine story. I love this. Share your genuine story. Your authenticity heals and seals. Truth is the now power. And Indigo, as you know, in our Monday mantras, will now pick the angel cards. And today we are going to pick the angel from the spiritual toolbox of Ingrid Hour called Angel Symbols. And these are very powerful angel symbols and angel energy that has been activated to increase our vibration and our frequency, to open our heart to higher heart consciousness and our soul to our soul wisdom. So this is a spiritual, she doesn't, I love that Ingrid says, these are not oracles, these are not angel cards, this is a spiritual toolbox to help you get connected and to feel secure, to feel connected, and to feel satisfied. That's the soul's most yearning. Okay, Indigo Mystic, are you ready? Okay, you want to tap? So got the angels right here. One, here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, are they there? Are the angels coming in? Can you see them? Are they up there? They come in around that light, don't they? Yes, they do. Oops, maybe over there. I have my altar set up over here to the left for our class this morning. Always set up an altar to bring in the highest frequencies from divine and from the earth, from Mother Gaia, and from every heart that comes in to our sessions to receive these transmissions. Okay, so Indigo number 40 has picked the number 40 angel symbol. Okay, Indigo, do you want to show everyone? Ah, look at this beautiful symbol with a heart and this beautiful figure that is moving forward with heart. Wow. Way to go, Indigo. It's the angel for divine power. With your help, with this symbol, and with the angel for divine power, the affirmation on the spiritual tool is, with your help, I can experience divine power. So this angel for divine power gets us tapped in to that beautiful creator origin energy. When we are tapping into that layer and transcending our lives here on earth, what a beautiful, beautiful assistance. Okay, there's another one, huh? Yes, there is. Okay, you've already tapped, so let's just shuffle. Oops, yes, yes, yes. So it's all energy, it's all energy, it's all light. And look at this one. Look at this beautiful, beautiful symbol. This is you. This is your golden essence, right encased in this beautiful, oh, I love this figure. This figure, this symbol reminds me of the 4 directions. It reminds me of, well, they're saying it is the 4 directions. That's the energy coming through. So this is the angel for maturity and wisdom. Yes, yes, yes. Way to go, Indigo. I am getting clearer and closer to my inner wisdom. This is a 10. This is a 1. This is new beginnings. This angel for maturity and wisdom, bringing in these symbols, these golden, beautiful light symbols of your golden essence inside of you, radiating out into the beautiful star energy. That's what it reminds me of. This symbol. Well, not reminds me. It has star energy to it. I love this. I am getting closer and closer to my inner wisdom. That's what the inner leader movement is about. And I am more determined than ever to get more people involved in this movement that brings forth the power of now in truth, in authenticity, of the heart's core values and qualities of compassion, kindness, love, and of the soul's light, of your essence, of your being, of shining that light on the dark times that we're going through the pandemics that we're going through, to keep shining that light with authenticity, honesty, and truth. So we hope that you enjoyed the Monday mantra today. We hope that you can take what we get downloaded and how we get guided by our team divine as inspirations and as encouragement for you to connect, for you to get your own guidance and to obtain your own flow, to allow to listen to those inner messages, that inner voice inside of you, and not believe the old story that this inner voice is not yours. It is yours. And so, because you are source energy. So, Indigo, let's say goodbye to everyone and say thank you for joining. And we hope that you will take your genuine story forward to heal and seal what no longer serves you. You have the opportunity in this beautiful energy of the earth transforming, our world changing, to create your own story, to rewrite your experience, and to know that it's important to stay true to yourself, and say the truth. That's what we're going to say. Indigo just gave me a grunt on that. So until next week, I may be jumping on tomorrow or Wednesday to bring in some astrological energy of what's happening with the planets and how we can optimize and capitalize on that energy to keep us moving forward, to keep our inner leader moving forward. And so anyway, Indigo will be part of that too. Okay, we love you. We send you so much love. We send you so much light. And a couple of deep breaths into the heart area. Peace, peaceful movements. Peace through the heart of love, and peace through the soul's wisdom. See you next week, and maybe midweek for an astrological report. Say goodbye, Indigo. We love you. Giving a mommy a kiss? Okay, that's good. That's a wrap. Take good care. Stay safe and be truthful. Love you.